concepts. Yeah, you also remember how I said he is above all of them? Yeah, that would include like the gods of dimensionality, time, space, and stuff like that. So, being more powerful than the concept of dimensionality would be universal in and of itself. If you don't want to say that's a thing, all concepts are gods. If there's a new concept, it becomes a new god. But bare minimum, he outright kills the god of time. He's actually in the story and he just decapitates him with like no difficulty. He just uses the avocado to just slice his head off. So he's above the concept of time itself, which is stated. The concept of space is also in there, and say that. Well, it's also said that time and space are relative in power and strange sometimes. So he's above time and space of itself. So he's outerversal. Yeah. Normally I would not use this, but Max is a beast, so I'm gonna use this. And every other time I'll cap him at 11th dimensional. Anyway, outerversal is not where he caps. Because he just like Max, he can also get to boundless. And that comes from his existence eraser ability. Which, again, you have to change that existence to just resist it. He used this against the Grim Reaper before, and he survived it. But not only that, it was just his clone. I mean, not his clone, his avatar form, which is anywhere from 8.5 million to infinitely weaker than his true form. So the clone just got erased from existence, and when he erases a concept, everything is just gone forever. So if he erases his sword, all swords in his reality will be gone, and his sword would never be made again. If you go in the past, all of his swords is gone. But when he erased of this avatar, it was outright resisting of resistance eraser and never cared to help him to order to defeat this avatar. And then the Grim Reaper just made a new, more powerful avatar, which shouldn't happen, but he just did it because he just didn't care. So you can say his avatars are boundless. If a Grim Reaper would transcend it by a yacht, so you would also be boundless. Now, if you use a crossover scaling, by the end he would upscale the true form Grim Reaper. But if you don't use the crossover scaling, he would at least be relative or slightly weaker than like of avatar form of a Grim Reaper. But he'll be weaker than the fourth avatar, whichever avatar is stronger than the last. He will be stronger than the third, which is the one that resisted for existence eraser. So depending on what you say, you could scale him varying levels into boundless. Yeah. But with that done, who would win? One last thing before I say who would win is the highest end of speed you can get for the Darklord, and that is irrelevant, which is the highest speed you can get. And that's because the first and weakest avatar form of the Grim Reaper outsped the god of speed, so he's faster than the concept of speed, or is irrelevant speed, and the Darklord is stronger than like the first three forms at his peak before the crossover. So you can say he's faster, which he probably should be, so he'll have irrelevant speed. If not in his base form, then at bare minimum, he would upskill the fourth Grim Reaper avatar in his second form when he becomes 5 times stronger. So yeah, he has irrelevant speed either way. Well, Max really only caps at immeasurable. The only thing you can say for irrelevant speed Max is saying that the merger of realities blitzed even the Darklord and say he's faster, but he doesn't even react to it anyway. Well, his power is stronger, but it's never say he is faster, but at most you can get him to the same speed tier as him. But he'll still be 20 to 400 times faster if he uses extra forms. But with that stated, who would win? Debatable. If one used the Darklord before for crossover, which is what I'm using, then they're relatively of the same tier power. The merger of realities is arguably a year into Boundless. Max's power is above that, so he'll be 2 years into it. But you can scale him. If he uses 99% overdrive, he's 3 to 4 years into Boundless. Because at bare minimum, he'll upscale his own power by 1,000 times over, which would be probably 3 years into Boundless. But you can say he'll upscale his power. That would upscale his God form 1,000 times over, so you can say at most, Max is 4 years into Boundless. While the Darklord is at least a year into Boundless, if not like 2 years into Boundless. So Max is theoretically higher. Base to base, or using its normal forms, Darklord is stronger. But with 99% overdrive, Max is stronger. The only thing is only asks for a few minutes, so he can just teleport or just speed puts him around until those few minutes are up. And once those few minutes are up, it's either he could just be frozen forever and the Darklord could just erase him or just kill him, whatever one he wants. Or the worst possible scenario is Max is left in that form forever and will just never take damage. So he'll be stronger than him, and he's invincible. He is slower, but that won't matter if you literally cannot hurt your opponent. So the only thing he has is to try to make him evil and join his side. With the Hell Bomb, but by the end of the series he's good anyway. Or use Exist Situation on him. So yeah, he could just teleport on him, touch him, and just erase him. He doesn't do that in character, but if you say he's Blood Yesterday, then sure. But if he uses 99% overdrive on him, he could just beat him up. But the problem is, if he touches him, he could just erase him, because it doesn't matter who touches you first. If anyone touches each other at all, he can erase. But if you take away that ability, without 99% overdrive, I would say he wins with high difficulty, or mid to high difficulty. If you use 99% overdrive, Max is stronger, so he literally cannot be hurt at all. So he needs Existence Eraser. It's either that or have a 50-50 chance of Max turning into stone, then he can just kill him. But with 99% overdrive, it'll be extreme difficulty, depending on what you say. But I think overall, the Darklord wins with high to extreme difficulty. I'll say overall with high difficulty, if used for peaks of power. This is before the crossovers, so you could scale him much higher than this, theoretically. Max and the Darklord actually get billions to trillions of times stronger in that crossover alone, making all their previous villains nothing. But they're just basically go to the same relative power to each other anyway. If you want to see how many years into Boundless they can go, I will make a future video on their power. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been a long one, and I'll see ya next time.